I'm a person is I be a person in Chinese. But you can't say I am happy because that's I very happy. At the same time, you can say both with the sky, such as the sky is blue, the sky be blue, and the sky very blue. You can say both. But if you're saying I am here, that's wrong because you should say I at here. Meanwhile, if you want to say I am from here, then it's correct with I be from here. Is learning Chinese really this confusing? Well, I think for beginners it truly is. And that's why I'm going to talk about 4 formulas in this video to use the word be correctly. After watching this video, you'll be able to understand when to use the sentence, the sky is blue and the sky very blue. And also, you can use these 4 formulas to describe any status that you want to state as a fact, such as,
I am an American. She's not from here. This is New York. Berlin belongs to Europe. This is mine. Seriously, this is true.
If you want to know how to say and understand sentences like these, keep watching. Hi, I'm Chi from Deepling. I'm a course designer to make Chinese easy. Since 2014, I have been designing online courses to make the Chinese language easy for beginners. 2021, I made a New Year resolution to make my entire content available on YouTube in English and for free. So if you're learning Chinese and haven't found the right place, please subscribe and follow me. You'll be surprised how much you can learn online.
Previously on Deepling.
In my last video, I introduced 5 basic sentences that work as formulas to ask about and describe a status. Today, I will introduce 4 further formulas to state a fact. If you haven't watched my video, 3 Ultimate Rules for Beginners, I strongly suggest that you watch it afterwards, because that video works as our basic guideline. And today, we're diving into praxis, so please make sure that you watch it right after this one. Now, let's get started. In Chinese, there are only 2 cases when you need to use the word be, which is 是. Something be what, and something be how.
You can consider the word be as a balance. 是 is the pivot of the balance, and the left and right side of the balance need to have the same weight.
This explains why you can't say sentences like, I'm fine, because if you put I on the left side of the pivot, you need to put something equivalent on the right side, and fine is not the equivalent. But does it mean that you can't say sentences like this at all, like something be how? Well, that's not true, and let's dive in and see how that works.
As already mentioned, there are only 2 ways to use the word be. The first is an easy one. Something be what, such as I am a woman. 我是女人. Since the Chinese input keyboard uses English entirely, and Chinese does not have the pronunciation of V, we use V to replace the missing alphabet U.
So here's the first time that you encounter the pronunciation yu. It could be tough for English speakers, but it's actually very common in other languages such as German, French, or Turkish. It feels like you are trying to pronounce I and U at the same time. So it's not you, but you. Don't be frustrated if it doesn't work instantly. It will take some time, but it will work eventually.
Other examples are, she is a doctor. 她是医生. 她是医生. This is New York. 这是纽约. 这是纽约. Dogs are animals. 狗是 动物。狗是动物。This is destiny. 这是命运。这是命运。Apparently, they all state a fact. That's why we call these sentences fact statements.
是 is actually not difficult at all if you simply forget how it's used in English. Just think of the balance and the pivot. And that was the first case of the balance. Name any combination you like and put them in the comment below. I will tell you if they're right. And are there sentences that you would like to say but don't know how? Comment below. If they work, I will make new formulas out of them.
The next formula is just the negative form of the last one. Something not be what.
There's hardly anything I need to explain here. Simply add the 不 before be, so 是, and turn 是 into 不是, and all the sentences work perfectly here.
I am a woman. 我是女人。I am not a woman. 我不是女人。She is a doctor. 她是医生。She is not a doctor. 她不是医生。This is New York. 这是纽约。This is not New York. 这不是纽约。Dogs are animals. 狗是动物。Dogs aren't animals. 狗不是动物。This is destiny. 这是命运。This is not destiny. 这不是命运。
So now it's time to explain when to use the sky is blue and the sky very blue. So it could happen that you are discussing with somebody about something very different and you notice that the sky is beautiful, it's so blue. Then you can say, look how blue the sky is. The sky is very blue. The sky is so blue. That's a moment that you emphasize the status. You're describing a status, not a fact. But also it could happen that somebody tells you the sky is actually red. And you would say, no, the sky is blue. As in, the sky is blue is a fact. So whenever you're stating a fact, you use the word be. And that explains also why you can't use I am fine, because fine is a health status. You're describing a status because you are a person. You can't be equivalent as good. So I am fine would be 我很好 and not 我是好 or 我是好的. Whenever you see something as a universal truth, that's the moment you use the word be, such as
something be how the. The sky is blue. 天是蓝的。The mountains are green. 山是绿的。The water is clear. 水是清的。The earth is round. 地球是圆的。A very typical sentence in Chinese uses this formula perfectly.
什么？
规矩是死的，人是活的，我只活这一次。
规矩是死的，人是活的。Which means rules could be inflexible. Is dead means doesn't live, so it can't move. But a person is not dead, but alive. So a person is flexible and can make changes and adjustments. Let's hear the sentence slowly again. 规矩是死的， 人是活的。规矩是死的。人是活的。规矩是死的，人是活的。规矩是死的，人是活的。
什么？
规矩是死的，人是活的。我只活这一次。
什么？
规矩是死的，人是活的。我只活这一次。
什么？
规矩是死的，人是活的。我只活这一次。
But this still doesn't explain the balance effect. At the beginning of the video, I explained that 是 works as a pivot of the balance. How can this formula be?
Something be how.
Well, this is what the word 的 here does. Although Chinese doesn't have a lot of grammar that you're familiar with, such as declension or tenses that require changes of words, we do have a lot of functional words.
First, let's take a look at what a function word is. According to Wikipedia, function words are words that have little lexical meaning or have ambiguous meaning and express grammatical relationships among other words within a sentence. They signal the structural relationships that words have to one another and are the glue that holds sentences together. The opposite word of a function word is a content word, such as nouns, verbs, adjectives, etc. These two categories play an enormously important role in the Chinese language.
In English, misusing functional words mostly wouldn't result in severe misunderstanding, but in Chinese, they play a big role in the precision of the language. 的 is one of the most important functional words in the Chinese language.
Here, 的 plays the role of changing the characteristic of the adjective how. First, let's try to form the sentences without 的. Sky is blue should be 天是蓝. However, using 是 means words before and after 是 must be equivalent. 蓝 is an adjective, and it's not equivalent to a noun on the balance. The only way to use be is to make both sides equivalent. And the solution is adding a 的 to blue. So, 天是蓝的. You can consider the translation of 蓝的 as something blue. So, the sky is something blue would be a more accurate translation. A similar use in English is this is mine. You can't say this is my. My what, you might ask? My sister? My house? The change from my to mine almost perfectly reflects the use of 的. Mine in Chinese is 我的. This is mine is 这是我的. The apple is mine is 苹果是我的. And this is how you can use the formula something be how. And of course, you can also use the form how 的 be how 的. Such as 红的是红的，绿的是绿的。Red is red, green is green. But if you dig deeper and really want to understand how it works, think the sentence as something red, it's something red. Something green, it's something green.
But I don't want to get too deep into this because this is all very theoretical, and this video is there to help you gain a better understanding of the Chinese language and its structure. Next week, I will publish a new video. There, you will have to learn all these examples by heart. But now, the only thing you need to remember is this formula. So relax and keep watching.
Something be how'd. The negative form of something be how'd is also simple, just like we did before with the nouns. Simply add a nut. So the sky is blue is 天是蓝的 and the sky is not blue is 天不是蓝的 The mountains are green is 山是绿的 and the mountains aren't green is 山不是绿的 The water is clear is 水是清的 and the water isn't clear is 水不是清的 The earth is round is 地球是圆的 and the earth isn't round is 地球不是圆的 The apple is mine is 苹果是我的 and the apple isn't mine is 苹果不是我的
One thing you need to pay attention here is you can only add the negative form to the word be, so not be, but not to the adjective. Because in English, you can do both. You can understand the not added to the word be, as in,
This is not red. So this isn't red. And you can also understand it as this is not red. But in Chinese, you can only deny the be, but not the red. So you can't say 天是不蓝的. You can only say 天不是蓝的. The only possibilities to use this here are these two, yes or no, yes or not yes, so 是 or 不是.
name any combination you like and put them in the comment below. I will tell you if they're right. And are there sentences that you would like to say but don't know how? Comment below. If they work, I will make new formulas out of them. So these were the 4 basic sentences that work as formulas. With these 4 sentences, you can state any fact you like, both in a positive and in a negative way.
Let's now summarize to finish this video. In this video, we have introduced 4 possibilities using be to state a fact. Something be what? 这是纽约. This is New York. Something not be what? 这不是纽约. This isn't New York. Something be how 的. 这是绿的. This is green. Something not be how 的. 这不是绿的. This isn't green.
If you feel the content was a little too much, don't worry. This video only aims to help you understand the Chinese language, its structure, and how it works. Next week, I will publish a new video where I will make sure you remember these formulas and how they work in sentences. It will then require some work, but by the end of next video, you'll be able to speak, understand, and translate 40 sentences in Chinese using these formulas. I'll keep publishing new videos both with learning material as well as how-tos. So if you're learning Chinese, make sure you subscribe and also hit the notification button. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. You can also go to my website, deepling.org, for the download material. I'll see you next Friday, and remember, together we can make Chinese easy.